Field camp at Wichita State University is a 6-credit course. It's a 4-week intensive course in the Bighorn Basin of Wyoming.
It's not like a lot of other majors where you can do it in a classroom. I mean, there's a point where you have to get out there and see it in real life and actually learn it. And that's why field camp's important, because there's only so much you can do with your local geology.
We're out hiking, you have to get your bearings, and you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere doing your thing, and again, trial by fire. If you don't know how to use that compass, you better learn pretty quick.
Dr. Parcell gave us all of the tools we needed. So he gave us really great tips and advice. He wouldn't just spoon feed us answers. He gave us the tools to allow us to gain our independence geologically.
You're not going to get any answers, and that's important. That's an important part of field camp. You have to learn what you're doing, and a big part of that is not getting the answers. A common answer we get from some of the TAs is, "You're the geologist, you tell me." And it's annoying when you're out in the field trying to wonder what kind of rock this is, but it's really cool in the long run because you're going to learn a lot more that way. You're going to actually know what's going on.
In the beginning, they're very apprehensive, and by the end, they understand how to pull multiple facets of geology together.
Social time is awesome here at camp. It's just fun.
And all of a sudden you find out you've got a friend that you didn't have, and that's pretty cool.
Like, I have known these people for years, even though I've only really known them for a couple of weeks.
And I think one of the advantages that the Wichita State Field Camp has is that we aren't just driving, getting out and looking at the roadside geology. We're out there and we're hiking, and while you're learning, you're seeing beautiful country. I don't know how many people in our field camp have actually been out to this area. I'd never been out here, and for an opportunity to, not just get your degree and earn 6 credit hours, but to see the Tetons and Yellowstone and just the geologic history that's around you, it's phenomenal. It's an amazing opportunity.
Well, good morning. Hi, I'm Will Parcell. I'm the chair of the geology department at WSU. I'm also the director of the summer field camp program, this month-long course that runs out in Wyoming and Montana. The video you just watched gave you a glimpse into our field camp. It's the capstone course for WSU geology students. And geology as a discipline is applied and field-based science. And to be successful in industry, careers in industry, in government, and in academia, geology students need to go beyond a set of textbooks and become practicing scientists, working as a team to collect data, analyze what they found, and make solid interpretations that can guide industry and guide government into making decisions about our natural resources. Right? In short, applied learning must be part of their education here at WSU. Applied learning, as it's commonly defined, occurs when students develop the knowledge, the skills, and the values from personal direct experiences that go beyond the traditional lecture and lab. And that's field camp in a nutshell. It's a microcosm of that. Right? This isn't a new concept to geology. For the past century, field geology and a multi-week field camp experience has been one of the foundations of a geoscience education. And it's one of the best ways to train students for a wide variety of careers in industry, government, and academia. WSU has renewed our commitment to field camp and expanded our program because we feel and believe it's essential for our students' success. We continue to hear this from our alumni and friends in industry. This has been seen with donations from a number of alumni and friends, including most recently, Wayne Woolsey, chairman of the local oil company, Woolsey Companies, who told us that one of the main reasons he just recently gave a large donation to field camp is his strong belief in the value of field work to provide real-world experiences in this complex discipline. So field camp is a real-world experience. It's also a very intense experience. Every summer, our camp travels to the mountains of Wyoming and Montana for this month-long course. It's 24/7. You can't escape it. You're there for a month, right? And here you learn to apply the hard skills that they learned in the classroom, all right, in multiple geologically complex places. So in brief, all geologists need basic field skills in whatever job they end up in. So this includes the ability to read and locate on topographic maps, read satellite and air photos correctly, recognize geologic relationships, and systematically collect and record rock descriptions and structural data while they're out there in the field. However, the mere observation and collection and recording of this data is insufficient. They have to be able to then analyze and interpret and integrate these maps and diagrams into a well-placed regional context. Right? Creation of geologic maps requires that students develop and use a wide variety of skills, and a lot of these they've learned over the years in the classroom. And during this process, students make selective observations, formulate and test hypotheses, and wrestle with the uncertainties of field data, the limited rock exposures. You see a lot of them just digging into the soil, trying to find a rock, and the interpretive nature, the essential interpretive nature of geologic information. So in short, they learn to think like a geologist and address types of decision-making processes that they will face in whatever the career they end up in. So be it industry, be it academics, be it government positions. So this can be a difficult transition for many students who, for the most part, has spent their majority of their education within the walls of a classroom. Right? So then suddenly they're thrown out here for a month working in the field. I can't tell you how many times a student has come to me in the field, and this may be a WSU student or maybe a guest student. We now accept students from other universities into the program. But how many times a student has come to me in the field and to know if he or she has gotten, quote unquote, the right answer. Right? That's not how it works in the camp. The answer isn't in the textbook. It's based on the evidence they collect in the field and how they back up their interpretation and the story they build from the evidence they collect in the field. So based on the evidence they collect and based on sort of geologic sound reasoning. So field camp teaches them essentially how to communicate as a scientist through maps, through oral presentations, etc. And employers tell us that these are the hard skills that they expect students to demonstrate when entering the job market. But field camp goes beyond the hard skills, as you could probably imagine, living out here for a month at a time, together, slammed together a month, you can't get away from each other. Right? So it also requires students to apply a wide breadth of soft skills, as we call it now, right? Soft skills, that employers find equally valuable and increasingly communicate that to us. As I said before, we live and work together 24/7. Field camp is an intense experience, and emotions generally run high. Group work on projects, as well as teamwork in daily life, is essential, and it probably goes without saying that we expect all the students to pull their weight in group projects. Right? But field camp is also a group living experience, and all are expected to fully participate in things like setting up and breaking down the camp every day. Everybody has to pitch in. If you don't, then problems arise. So field camp is at the mercy of unknown and unpredictable forces, as you can imagine. Weather, mechanical breakdowns, the truck breaks down trying to get into the field, new locations or locations we thought were there that aren't there anymore this year, road closures and unexpected events. And usually all of these occur each year. So students' patience and tolerances, as well as the instructors' patience and tolerances, are tested for things just as simple as if we may eat too late for their tastes, or because we get back from the field too late, or we wait too long between pit stops, or we get up too early, or we arrive too late back at camp, those kinds of things. So, overall, participants are expected to behave as members of the group, if you will, life experience, participating in and looking out for the group's morale through these 4 weeks and the group's welfare. We're out looking for each other for safety concerns and those kinds of things. Field camp continuously tests students' abilities to demonstrate a number of soft skills, and these include demonstrating a strong work ethic, demonstrating positive attitude as much as they can sustain it throughout camp. Patience, flexibility and adaptability, good communication skills, teamwork, self-confidence and self-reliance, and the ability to accept criticism. Right? In short, we train the colleagues that you want to work with, not just can work with. So the Geology Field Camp demonstrates WSU's commitment to extend learning beyond the classroom through direct, practical experiences and the application of knowledge, skills, and personal character. So with that, I'd like to thank you for hearing me out, and I'll take questions, but first things first, I'd like to recognize the folks who put this video together. So Dr. Lisa Parcell and her students in the Elliott School of Communication came out a number of years ago and helped put this together. And we've gotten a lot of mileage out of these videos, so thank them. This was their applied learning experience as well, so thank you.